Hey, what is up YouTube? Andrew Rooney here, back with another drum teacher rants or things that I learned at jazz school video, talking to the camera type video. And this one is all about playing music. Not playing drums, playing music, or playing music on the drums. And what I would call, I guess, a song-based approach to teaching drums. Now, I had a real world example the other day. I had a young student come in, a beginner. We've had 2 lessons now, and so what I normally do is on the first lesson I would want that student to be leaving their first ever drum lesson playing a song. If not the first lesson, then definitely the second lesson. I want them walking out the door, having played along to music. And the first thing I think I always teach is single stroke roll, right left, so we can start just hitting stuff. So we can literally just start hitting the drums, and we can do that quite fast, and it's fun, and we can do groupings of 4 around the toms, and it's all good. Once we sort of blow out the cobwebs and lose a little bit of that initial break the ice, once we've broken the ice and you see the big grin come up because the drums are so loud and powerful, and you're hitting them, and you've sort of lost that awkwardness, that shyness that you would have going to a new class of anything. And then it's time to actually, for me, start playing some music, start making something that sounds like what you'd think of as a drum beat. And I always go with rock beat 1, but with a bass drum on the 2 and the 4. So the song example I always use for this is Another One Bites the Dust. So bunt, dat, bass drum, bass drum, bass drum, bass drum, snare on 2 and 4. Instead of 8th notes on the hi-hat, just quarter notes. So we can have a 1, all together, 3, all together. And before too long, we're away. Definitely, normally first lesson, second lesson at the very, very latest. And a really interesting thing happened the other day. I had a student, and we had practiced that, and the student was really, really bright and had played other instruments and had some good natural coordination. And he got this beat fairly quickly, and I could see he got a little bit bored. His eyes kind of glazed over, and I asked him if he could play it back to me, and he sort of went and sort of went off track, and the tempo, big rowl, big slowdown, and then stopped after, I don't know, a bar and a half. This is actually pretty normal when you're showing students exercises. Now, I've never had a student come to me asking to learn drum exercises, or in that sense coming to me and asking to learn how to play a practice pad. Generally, after a few questions, you find out that they're either inspired by a famous drummer, or they like a band, or drums look like fun. It's never about a practice pad or exercises or rudiments at that point. That's the teacher sort of trying to angle things that way, because that's an easy way to teach. So back to my young lad learning this beat, boom, ga, and then falling off the rails after a bar or so. And I said, let's try and play that along with the song. So I went to my trusty Another One Bites the Dust, put it on. First thing, dum, really paying attention, listening. Oh, this is actually in music now. It's not just notes on a page. It's not just me playing it or us playing it together. There's music going on here. So instantly, we've got tempo. You've got to play in time. The other thing is, how long is the song? I'm not sure how long Another One Bites the Dust is. Somewhere between 3 and 4 minutes, with I would guess over 100 bars of music. Now question, now this is really important thing to think about. Would you ask a student to play a beat, and would you expect them to play back to you that groove, that bar of drumming 100 times, 200 times? For example, say, hey, can you play me this beat? Show it to them on a piece of paper, play me this beat. And the student, after in their first or second ever drum lesson, would they realistically go, yeah, cool, got it? And just keep playing that beat? No. Never, ever gonna happen. Would they do that at home? Would they go home and sit down to, oh, yeah, Andrew told me I need to work on this beat. Okay, here we go. 4 minutes later, after 100 and whatever bars, they stop. No. Never, ever gonna happen. Song-based learning. Learning music, not just learning the drums. Put some music on. It's so simple. Instantly you've got to zero in, focus on the tempo, play in time, or it's obviously going to sound really bad. And obviously you don't stop before the first chorus, or even before the first verse is finished. We need to finish the song. And this brings in one of the secrets of drumming. Reps. You need a lot of reps to get really good, to get really proficient on the drums. Looking at a beat and going, oh yeah, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, what's next? That doesn't mean anything. That's not going to count for anything. You need to really lay it down. The other thing is, by listening to actual music, you're going to learn by osmosis a feel. You're going to grasp a feel of that particular drummer. If you're playing along with AC/DC, you're going to learn a fantastic pocket Phil Rudd type feel. Human beings are really malleable. Students are really malleable, and we pick things up fairly quickly. If you played along with Another One Bites the Dust over and over and over, compared to just practicing that beat without any music, that's two very different paths, like a choose your own adventure book. You can either go this musical route or this drums route. And you might learn that beat with no music and then move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. Where's the music? Where's the musical outlet? Where's the application for that beat? That is one of the most important things with drumming, and I think this video is probably quite obvious, and it's normal to be playing along with music, but I do get the feeling with a lot of teaching, a lot of it is about the teacher, the teacher's ego, and it needs to be all about the student and fun. It's a lot more fun playing music. Queen's a good example, actually, because Queen has had a major renaissance. I don't know if they ever went away, but very, very popular at the moment, even with young students. And there's just so many things. Song structure. Hey, listen, the words have changed in this bit. The songs change a little bit in this bit. Chorus. And then we've got this little interlude before we get back into the verse. You're learning so much about song structure. Not just playing in time, but those important fundamentals, how a song actually works, how you can put a song together. And then of course we get the ba-da-da-da-da-dum, that fill. And the student might say, hey, I'm playing along with it and we're playing in time, but what's that bit? And I'll say, hey, do you remember the very first thing we did when you came into your lesson? Your very first lesson. Singles. Right, left, right, left, right, left. That's just singles. And they go, right. Okay, now it's all coming together, and this is why we're learning stuff. We're learning stuff with the purpose of making music, not of playing drums. I love playing drums. Drums are all good, but we want to be making music. Play music, don't just play drums. Until next time, ciao.